Okay, this is just a little portion of some of the trauma in my life. And it's a poem I wrote called Why Little Girl Can't You See? Why, little girl, can't you see your life and head filled with misery never should be a part played in a little girl's dreams? The torment in your head, a dad's demons that destroyed you, always something said. The voices in my head wishing I were dead. You tortured our childhood. You wanted to burn our souls. You gave me away to men that didn't want me to know. Horror, little girl, is all you're ever going to know. Always something said, the voices in my head wishing I were dead. Planted in my head, my first memory at the age of 3. No one wants me, a little girl cries and screams. She cries and screams. The torment in her head, a dad's demons that destroyed me, always something said, the voices in my head wishing I were dead. Playboy bunny on my shirt at the age of 3. Was this really the life that was set up for me? Men screaming horror, a little girl plays by the street. I remember everything. It hurts, you see. You see, he married my mom when she was 7 months pregnant with me, knowing I wasn't his. His demons ate him alive, so he destroyed 2 innocent kids because of the lies. Sad reality, but true. So let me ask you, this world, how would you grow up if this happened to you? See, some chose better lives. Some lose hope. Some turn to a life of alcohol and dope to cover the pain and the bruises that hurt us so. So when asked why, little girl, can't you see your life and head filled with misery should never be a part played in a little girl's childhood and dreams? Let me ask you this question. Why, world, can't you see the miracle of life from day one was misery for me? And addiction was my only way to be free from the evil that was drilled inside of me. So all that helped contribute to the hell you put us addicts through down here. Open up your eyes, people. Life wasn't easy for people like me. Have a heart. Get back to God. Stop judging before you know the whole story. Stop the games, please, because he's not happy with what you're doing to people like me. Lost and still not found, and even more hurt than before. Now that I see how you continue to judge the very broken, for sure is now me. So I wrote a couple more notes down here. My father, the torturing, not winning us. I then went to high school, was bullied tremendously by some mean girls because I wore the same clothes and was poor. They threw trash in my yard. I was garbage. I was a whore before I was a whore. Then I graduated, and my best friend, my brother, that was also tortured his whole life, ended up murdered. So I ended up turning to drugs and alcohol, even worse, and met men that beat me, tried to kill me, and it just continued. And I didn't have mommy and daddy to call and go home to, because unfortunately my mother left the monster finally after my brother was murdered. And any mother that loses her son kind of loses their way also. So I didn't have mommy and daddy to go home to anymore, or daddy ever to go home to, because when I would call to go home, he'd say, you made your bed, lay in it. So men would beat the shit out of me, and you made your bed, lay in it. Well, that was the life that I got dealt. And unfortunately, some of us aren't strong enough to dig ourselves out of that. And we end up even using into our 40s, actually starting to use again in our 40s, and hitting a rock bottom because we hit severe depressions, lose loved ones, and just finally get to the point where we don't know who we are or what we are and why we were even put here, because now I have two kids that one graduated, one's gonna graduate, and I've been raising kids since I was 18 because I had stepkids from the age of 18. Um, when you finally get to the point where you don't know what the hell you're gonna do with yourself or what you're even put here for, and you just hit a bottom. And then you find out how the world works, and you have your own hometown and your own area helping destroy you while you're hitting your rock bottom and making fun and laughing and just, I don't know. I don't know what to even think about this world anymore. And I know I didn't make it all up in my head like everybody says, oh, you made it all up in your head. You're crazy. You're crazy. No, not crazy. Because there are, I don't know how many more artists out there that in their lyrics and stuff, this shit's happening all over the world and it's disgusting. It's sad that small towns are literally going to the point of driving a person totally insane till they try to kill themselves, which I did this year. I tried to kill myself. A person that never thought of suicide in her life. Had the worst life, but never thought of taking my life until the police made me feel like I wasn't worth living. So yes, I tried to take my life. So I just want to say, get back to God, people. If you see an addict going into churches, lost, crying, not understanding what's happening to them because God's obviously calling them home, or trying to get them to a church where people in churches are supposed to help, but you guys just send us away. Don't send us away. Take us to a rehab. Show us love. Do not release us from that church, because as soon as you release us from that church, we get in a car and then the cops play games with our lives. And then we end up arrested and fine after fine after fine. And then you're putting someone, a harmless individual that literally just came for help in a vehicle, now is going to probably lose her children, lose her home, lose her life, possibly, because the first stop I made was a church, and y'all sent me away. This world isn't right. It's not right. And then, last note, I get out of jail, and after being arrested like 13 times, finally my police station has a sign in their yard, addiction awareness, and you can come in here and turn yourself in and we'll try to get you help, no questions asked. Where was that when you guys were giving me $20,000 and $30,000 worth of fines, sitting in my car crying because I was broken and lost and petrified to be in my own hometown? Where was that at when everybody was torturing me instead of helping me? It wasn't there. God bless. Please, world. Officers, pray before your shift. Pray that you can go out and help someone, not humiliate and make fun. Government, remember, we're human beings. Churches, remember, you're not God. And I think the biggest test is God puts you guys all in this circle to watch and see what yins do with people like me that are going from a church, going from a hospital, going to find help wherever we can find it, and none of you are helping. You're all making fun and laughing. That's the real test, guys. You all fail. Not us addicts. You around us are the ones failing. God bless. Holly Quinn, over and out.